Hey, Shalom Bashim Yahushua Barakatah to my brothers. Shalom Yahushua Bashim Yahushua to the sisters, man. This is Isupk Louisiana LASHAWAN QADASH class. Shalaki. Okay. We're gonna be getting into well, we're gonna really go over everything that we went over a couple weeks ago. The last 2 Fridays, I didn't do a LASHAWAN QADASH class. So we're gonna, briefly go over everything that we went through in the past LASHAWAN QADASH class. That's gonna be our prefixes and our suffixes, and just the basic alphabets of the LASHAWAN QADASH. So getting right to it. Where's my? And I'm gonna go over this briefly. Quickly and briefly. We all should know the basic letters, but if not, I'm gonna give them to you. I'm gonna give them to you in ancient Hebrew and Assyrian. Should I get it? Okay, I can do that. All right, first letter is A, right? A, right? And the I derived from an ox head, or just came about looking at an ox, right? An ox, right? Okay, no sweat. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. That's Tawab. Let me see it. That's Tawab. Okay. Tawab. Okay, so that came about looking at an ox, right? The head of an ox. So you can see horns, the head, right? So that's A, right? Also, is a prefix for I or am, right? Is a prefix for I or am, and it also derived from ox. Here's the Assyrian at the top. The ancient at the top, Assyrian at the bottom. Everybody got that? All right, moving on. Try to do this as brief as I can, because I want to go over some words for y'all today. All right, the next word is ba, right? Next letter, Salaki. Ba. Right? And we know ba derived from, looking at the floor base of a tent, right? So we're just going to say tent. Right? Ba is also a prefix for in. Let me know if y'all can see that at the bottom. N, right? Matter of fact, I can write the prefixes. I'm gonna rewrite them anyway. Okay, so it's a prefix for the word N, and it derived from just the floor base of the tent, right? And you can see that, you know, you're looking at this as a trail. That's the tent. You know what I'm saying? So Adam came up with the letter or the alphabet Ba. Okay. Next alphabet is Ga. Okay. And Ga derived from looking at a foot or a foot. Right. Okay. Everybody got that? Ga. Ancient and Assyrian. Okay. Next letter would be Da. All right. Da. Probably too close. Da. Okay. And the prefix for Da is to do. Right. Da also derived from the door of a tent. Right. Everybody can see that, right? Okay, everybody got it? Okay, the next letter would be Ha, right? And Ha derived from an arm raised, as if you was raising your arm. That's where that alphabet derived from. Okay, and it's also a prefix for the. Everybody got that? And this is just what we went over our first couple of LASHAWAN QADASH classes. I just want to go over it so you know you guys can follow up with me. Next alphabet would be Wa. Wa, right? Okay. And Y is a prefix for and. And it derived from, like it, peg or crutch, right? That's what it represents. A peg or a crutch. Wa. And as we know, ancient is at the top, Assyrian is at the bottom. It's like I did the Assyrian wrong. Wa. Next letter would be Za. Okay. And Za represents a plow that is used on a field. Okay. That's where this alphabet derived from. Everybody got that? Next letter is Ka. Okay. And it's really pronounced Ha. And it represents a wall made of, brick or something, So we just gonna say a wall. Okay, that's where that derived from. From y'all way. Ha. Okay. All right, the next letter is Ta. And it represents a basket. That's what Ta represents, a basket. So I can't even put it down. Ta. Next letter would be Ya. And Ya looks like an arm with a closed hand. So we're going to say an arm with a closed hand. And it's also a prefix for he. Everybody got that? Represents an arm with a closed hand. We know that Assyrian is at the top. Salakia. Ancient is at the top, and Assyrian is at the bottom. It's also a prefix for the word he. That would be ya. Okay. Next word, Salaki. Next letter would be ka. Trying to write it fairly big so you guys can see it. Ka. Right? And it represents an open hand or palm, right? Palm of a hand. And it's also a prefix for and Salaki, as, or like. Got that? Next letter is going to be La. All right. All right. And it represents a staff. Staff of a shepherd. And it's also a prefix for 2 or 4. Okay. Next letter is going to be Ma. All right. And it represents water. Okay. It's also a prefix of, for or of or from. Ma. All right. Next alphabet is Na. And it comes from a sprouting seed, or derived from a sprouting seed. All right. Next alphabet is Sa. Right? And it represents a balance, or Salaki, it represents balance or a scale. Everybody got that? Ancient Assyrian. Sa, derived from balance or scale. Next alphabet is A, right? Or I. Salaki. And it actually comes from or derived from an I. I. I got it. Okay. Next alphabet is Pa. Okay. And it derived from an open mouth. Pa. Okay, I'll make sure y'all can see that. Open mouth. All right. Pa. Next alphabet is Tza. Okay. Tza. And it derived from looking at a trail. I got that. Moving on. We have next alphabet Qua. Right? And it derived from looking at a sunrise. So we're gonna just put sun rising. Okay. Then we have Ra. And it derived from looking at a head, or just the head of a man, or just the head, pretty much. Ra. Got that? Then we have Sha. Okay. And it derived from teeth, or somebody like with a huge overbite. So that's what we're gonna put, overbite, teeth. All right. And Sha is also a prefix for the words whom, which, or pertaining to. So the prefixes again is whom, which, or pertaining to. It's Sha. And it derived from teeth, or someone with a fairly big overbite. All right, then we have the. All right. And it came or derived from two crossed sticks. And the prefixes for the is you, the, or though. All right. Okay. So we went over the prefixes along with the letters. It's like the alphabets. So I'm just gonna write down the prefixes first. All right. And we know I is I or am. Right. We know ba is in. Okay. We got da for do. We have ha for thee. We got wa for and. We have ya for he. Ka for as or like. We have la, to, or for. Ma is of or from. Just come right here. Sha or whom. Which or pertaining to. Then we have the. For you, the, or though. That's our prefixes. All right. Now we're going to get to the suffixes. All right. We went over this. It was ya for my. Okay. Ka. Not ka, but ka for you or your. Then we had wa for he, his, or him. Okay. Then we have ha for her. Nawa or nawa for our. Right. Ham. It's like y'all. but you know that's preferring to or you talking to a male, right? And kan is y'all for the female. Okay. Ma is their masculine, right? And na is their feminine. Or for the female, male, female, masculine, feminine. That's our prefixes and our suffixes that we went over before in the past LASHAWAN QADASH classes. Not last Friday, but a Friday before the last one. So we went over prefixes, suffixes. We went over the alphabets and where they derive from, right? Or what they represent. Everybody got this? Okay. Give you a second to write that down if you need to catch up or, you know, get up to speed. All right. Now I want to go over, it'll fairly be alphabetical, but not necessarily. Just some dictionary words of the LASHAWAN QADASH from ancient to Hebrew. Well, Salakia, from English to Hebrew. Okay. First word would be abolish. Let me know if I'm writing this too small in the comments. Ha. Shab. Ya. Abolish. Ha. Shab. Ya. Slack I bought a room for this. Abolish. Ha. Shab. Ya. So there's English and Hebrew, and we're gonna write it in the ancient also. So we'll go Ha. Sha. All right. Can y'all see that? Is that too small? I can write it in the middle if it's too small. Let me know in the comments if this is too small. So like it. Okay, it's too small. No sweat. I'm gonna put it in the middle so you guys can see it. It's gonna be a lot of erasing. No sweat though. Okay, write it over. All right. Abolish. Right? And it's ha, sha. Yeah. Abolish, ha, sha, yeah. Right? Now we're gonna write it in the ancient. So it's abolish in English, hashayah in the Hebrew, and to write it in ancient, ha would be by itself. Sha and ba will be connected. You would drop the A on the ba, right? And that will become shab, shab, right? And then ya, ya and tha, but the A is dropped on the tha, so you would connect that. It's ya. Everybody got it? Abolish. Hashab ya. Give you a second to write that down. I'm just like I said, I'm gonna just try to do them in alphabetical order so we'll know what we picked up on. So this would be the A's. Okay. And it's fairly a good amount of them. I'm gonna try to go through the alphabets, pretty much the basic words in alphabetical order. You know what I'm saying? So this is the A's. We're gonna start with abolish. Okay. Next word is about. Right? About is atazal. So will be taza and la, but atazal, right? English is about. Hebrew is atazal, right? And this is how you would write it in the ancient Hebrew. Ah. Taza and la. We know the ah is by itself, right? So that's a disconnection. This, when you see that upside down frown looking, connection, is disconnected. So ah is by itself. Taza and la will be connected because you would drop the a at the end of that word. So it's atazal. Everybody can see that? Is it still too small? Let me know in the chat if it's still too small. All right, no sweat. I'm going to continue. Next word will be affliction. Okay. Affliction. All right. In the English, it's tazara. Salaki. In the Hebrew, it's tazara. Okay. In the ancient, tazara and ha. Like I say, we know the taza is by itself, so there's a disconnection there. Ra and ha will be connected. So ra, right? Taza, ra. And that means affliction. Give you a minute to write that down. I got it fairly big, so you guys should be able to see it. Okay. Next word would be after. After, right? And that's khara, ya. After, right? In the English, in the Hebrew, khara, ya. Akaraya. This is how we would write it, okay? In the ancient. Ha, ra, ya. Now somebody tell me where the connections will go. In the disconnection, Salaki. Tell me where the disconnection and the connections will go. And you can leave that in the chat. I'll be able to see it. Okay, no sweat. The I would be by itself, so we get a disconnection. The ka and the ra will be connected, right? And there's a disconnection on the ya, because it's by itself. Everybody get it? Give you a minute to write that down. After. A, ha, ra, ha, ya. Akarya. Next word will be again. Okay. And that would be shawab. Okay. In the ancient, sha, wa, and ba. We know that sha is by itself, so there's a disconnection there. And you will connect the wa and ba simply because the A is dropped on the ba. So shawab. Okay. Got it? Give you a second to write it down. All right, we have against. I have against, and it will be pronounced in the Hebrew, nagad. Nagad. We know the na is by itself, then the ga and the da will be connected for gad. All right. Everybody got it? All right. Next we have all. Okay. And it would be call in the English. I mean, in the Hebrew. All in the English, call in the Hebrew, right? And you will write that. Okay. We know the K and the L will be connected simply because the A is dropped off the L. So it'll be call. Right? Everybody got it? Next word will be ohms. Ohms, right? Na, da, ba. Ohms, right? In the English, in the Hebrew, na, da, ba. Na, da, ba. And in the ancient, the na is disconnected. It's by itself. The da is disconnected. It's by itself. The ba and the ha will be connected because you would drop the A on the ha, right? Na, da, ba. Okay. All right. Next next word, Salaki, will be alone. Okay. Okay. Alone in English, in the Hebrew, labad, right? The la is by itself. The ba and the da will be connected. You would drop the A on the da for bad, labad. Okay. Which means alone. Got it? Give you a second to write that down. Right, next word will be also or to. Okay. And it's gum. Gum. We know that's the ga and ma. You would drop the A on the ma, and it would become gum. Gum. And you would need to connect it. So you would use the upside down frown. The the happy face frown or whatever. Looks like a happy face. The disconnection looks like a sad face. Okay. And that means also or to. Gum. M. Gamma. Next word will be alter. Right? Okay. Alter in the English. In the Hebrew, ma, za, bach. Right? Ma, za, bach. Okay. We know the ma is by itself. We know za is by itself. So you will have the two frowns, right? Or disconnections. And the ba and ha will be connected, right? For bach. Okay? Ma, za, bach. Everybody got that? Okay. Moving on. Next word will be always. And always in the Hebrew is thumb yad. Thumb yad. Okay? So we know the ma, that will be connected. Okay? Then the ya and the da would also be connected. Okay? For thumb yad. Thumb yad. Everybody got that? Give you another second to write that down. Always. Thumb yad, the, and ma will be connected. All right? Ya and da. You would drop the A on the da, and you would connect that. Always, okay? Ancient, right? Ancient. Yak. I, the, and yak, right? So we know the, We know the I would be disconnected. The tha would be disconnected. And the ya and qua would be connected. Okay? You would drop the A off the qua. Okay? For yak. Yak. Right? Aitayak. Also, another word for ancient or ancestral is Zaquan, right? And we know the za is by itself. The qua and na. So I can write that a little better. Will be connected. Za quan. Qua and na will be connected. You would drop that A. Which means ancient or ancestral. It's another word for ancient. Zaquan. Okay? All right. The next word will be and. Okay? And it's fairly simple. Walk. I think that's one of our prefixes. It's one of our prefixes. Okay? And we know the Y is simply the letter Y. Or the alphabet Y. Okay? It's one of our prefixes right there. Y, which means and. Okay? Next word for the A's will be anoint. And these are words, guys, that's straight out of your Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you ever get a LASHAWAN QADASH Bible, you would know how to actually read the words based on the LASHAWAN QADASH itself. Anoint, my shock, right? So ma would be by itself, okay? Ma by itself, right? The sha and the ka will be connected. You would drop actually both A's on the ka, right? Both A's will be dropped for shock. Okay? Mashak means to anoint. All right. So like I did not give y'all enough time to write that. Anoint in the English, Mashak in the Hebrew, and in the ancient, Ma, Sha, Cha. And you will connect the Sha and Cha. The Ma will be by itself. Everybody got that? Sweat. All right. Anointed. It's Ma, Sha, Yak. Okay. Slightly different. And it will be Ma, which will still be by itself. The Sha, right? The Ya, and the Ka. So the Ma would be by itself. The Sha would then become by itself. The Ya and the Ka for Yak will be connected. You would drop both A's on the Ka. Slightly different. All right, moving on. Next word will be apply. Okay. Sha will be by itself. The Kwa and Da will be connected for quad. Means to apply in the English. It's pronounced shaquad in the Hebrew, and it is written in the ancient. Sha, Kwa, and Da, right? You will drop the A on the Da, and it will become quad. Sha, quad, which means to apply. Everybody got that, right? Next word is appoint. Wa'ad, right? Wa'ad. point in the English. In the Hebrew, it is pronounced wa'ad. It is written in the ancient wa, I, and duh, right? You would drop the A on duh, and it would become odd. Ah, duh, odd. Wa'ad. Which means to appoint, right? Give you a second to write that down. I got that. All right. Next word is arise. Everybody should know what this means in the Hebrew. Let me hear it in the chat, man. I'm not going to write it to y'all. Put it in the chat. Tell me what arise means. That's right. Quam. Quam. Right? How will we write that in the Hebrew? Okay. Qua and ma. And you will connect that because the A will be dropped from the ma and it will become quam. Right? Quam. In the English, arise. In the Hebrew, quam. Okay? In the ancient Hebrew, okay? How we will write it in our holy tongue would be qua and ma. You would drop the A on ma and you will put your connection there for quam. Everybody got it? All right. Moving on. Next word will be as or like. Salakia, who can tell me what that word would be in the Hebrew? It's one of your prefixes. It's one of your prefixes. Who can tell me what as or like would be in the Hebrew? Watching the chat. I don't see nobody. As or like in the Hebrew. Give it a shot, man. It's just one, it's one letter. Salaki, you almost got it, Sister Mawana, but it is ka, not ha, right? And you will write that. This is ka, okay? That's ka. But it's this one. Ka, not ka, okay? Almost. As or like in the English, in the Hebrew, ka, right? And in the ancient, it is the letter ka, or the alphabet ka, right? No need for a disconnection there. It's by itself already. So what's understood don't need to be explained. All right. Next word, Slaki, is ascend, right? And it is Allah in the Hebrew. Ascend in English. Allah in the Hebrew. How will we write that? I, right? La, right? And ha. And you will put your connection on the la and ha, because you would drop that A, right? And I would be by itself. Make that a little smaller. All right? I, la. Okay? Give you a second to write that down. Everybody got it? All right. Next word will be ask. Okay? Ask. Okay? Ask in the English. Shah all in the Hebrew. Shah all. And we will write that in the ancient. Shah ah, right? And la. You will connect that. You will connect the ah and la, right? And you will put a disconnection on the sh. Sh. Right? Sha'ah, which means to ask. Everybody got it? Sha'ah. Ask. Sha'ah la. You will need your connection there, which is your up and your smiley face, and then a frown for your disconnection for the sha. That lets everybody know that this is by itself. Sha is by itself. All is connected. Okay? Sha'ah. Next word would be authority. Okay. In the English, authority, right? In the Hebrew, ma, ra, nath, maranath. Everybody got that? How would we write that in the ancient, right? Ma, which would be by itself. Ra, that would be by itself. Na and tha. Okay? You will need to connect the na and tha. Everybody got it? Maranath, which means authority. Everybody got that? Give you a few more seconds to write that down. Maranath in the Hebrew. Ma, ra, nath. That's why the connection is there to let you know to pronounce that nath. The A would come off the th, right? For nath. Everybody got it? All right. Next word is to avenge, right? Is avenge, Slocky. Avenge, okay? The quam, okay? In the Hebrew, means to avenge, right? How will we write that in the ancient? Na, right? We know that na would be by itself, okay? Then you have qua, right? And then you have ma, right? We know that qua and ma would be connected. Everybody got that? All right. Moving on. The word away, which would be our last letter. Last word for the A's. Right. Next week we're gonna work on the B's. Okay. So away in the English. All right. Ra, ka, nak. Okay. Now I'm gonna write the ancient for you. You tell me where my connections and my disconnections go. It's the last word. I need some participation from y'all, man. Tell me where my connections and my disconnection is gonna go. Looking at the chat, I don't see nothing. Tell me where my connections and my disconnection is gonna go. Ra, ha, nak. Rakanak. I'm looking for you. All right. Ra. It's by itself. Okay. Ha. Ha. Right. Right. You got it. Officer your side. The connection would go with the na and qua for knock. Okay. We know that ra would be by itself. The answer is really in how I'm writing the Hebrew for you. Because if I was to remove these, if I was to remove this, right? Then it would look a little harder. You know what I'm saying? You would know, you know, but you got to know when you see the whole letter or the whole alphabet in the word, you know, there's a separation there, meaning that's by itself, right? Ka, it's by itself. Na would be by itself, but then we got that qua on there, and the qua is missing the letter A. So you know that that's connected, and you would drop that A, right? So ra, ka, nak. We know that the na and the qua would be connected. So your smiling face will go there, and your frowns, which represents disconnection, will go on the ra and the ka. Ha, Salakia, ha. Gotta make sure you pronounce both A's. So it's kind of like you hawking up some spit or something. You know what I'm saying? Ha, ha. So make sure you get both A's in pronunciation. That's the difference between the that ka and this ka. That's ka and that's ka. See what I'm saying? So if you're talking, you know, you're not writing it, you would have to pronounce the ka. So we would know, or whoever you're talking to would know what you're saying based on, you know what I'm saying, how you pronounce the word. I didn't need you to write it in the comments, my sister Mawana. I just needed you to tell me what two words or two letters will have the connection and what will have the disconnection. So if you was writing it in the comment, you would say Ra has disconnection. All right. Ha has disconnection. And na and qua will be connected. That's what I was looking for. But everybody got that, right? That's it for our A's, right? And next week we're gonna work on the B's. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not okay for the Hebrew. I'm not gonna put the like how I had Ra, Ka, and Nak. I'm not gonna put these in there. I'm not gonna put the separations. I'm just gonna write the whole word, right? And when I write the whole word, I want you to tell me, you know what I'm saying, where I will put my connection and my disconnection. See what I'm saying? I just want you to tell me where I will put my connection and my disconnection. All right, man. That was gonna be it for the LASHAWAN QADASH class tonight. Next week we're gonna pick up on our B's. I'm gonna have all the letters that we went. I mean, all the words that we went over in the A's written on the board for those who didn't get it this week or those who are maybe absent. So everybody can catch on, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm gonna go through A through Z, right, on the whole alphabet, on all. I mean, all the letters in the dictionary, as far as the LASHAWAN QADASH in the dictionary from from English to Hebrew, right? So until next time, Shalom Bashim Yahshua Barakatah, my brothers, and Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alatham Bashim Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Until next time, Kwam Yahshua Israel.